I'm in love with you. And all these little things.
Yeah, we've heard that one before, Harry Styles. This Wendy hottie might only be 20 years old, but he's already had quite the colorful dating life so far. Yes, while Harry has engaged in a couple of high-profile romances, there have been some other ladies he's reportedly romanced along the way. So here's our breakdown of not one, not two, but 15 girls that the One Direction lad has been connected with throughout the years. Let's kick things off with a gal named Felicity Skinner, who has had the honor of being known as Harry's first ever girlfriend, cue the Oz. Apparently these two were only 15 when they dated for about a year, and that year was long distance, mind you. That is so crazy. Harry then decided to go chase his dreams by auditioning for the X Factor.
Isn't she lovely? Isn't she wonderful?
And if you thought he was channeling his feelings for Felicity during that performance, think again. She never heard from him after that. That is so cold, Harry. Next on our list is someone whose first date with Harry was documented on television, which is kind of embarrassing now that we know how their fairy tale ended. We are, of course, talking about Harry's fellow X Factor contestant, Katie Smith, who was set up on a staged first date during the show's boot camp.
She call me Mr. Bombastic, tell me fantastic, touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr.
How you doing?
Smooth, just like a silk.
Since this video exists, things didn't really work out for Miss Katie, musically or romantically, as she then surfaced on The Voice UK a couple of years later. And at the time, she had moved on to a new Harry, boyfriend Harry Jones. I am starting to see a pattern there. Moving right along, there's a very real possibility Harry has a thing for chicks on the X Factor because he also romanced X Factor group Bellamy. Harry's next love story is one for the record books because he apparently was the cause behind a couple's divorce. Back in 2011, when he was only 17, mind you, he was reportedly the cause behind the demise of British DJ Lucy Horban's marriage. Oh, and she was 32 at the time. These two apparently met during an interview, and I guess the rest was pretty much history. Her husband spilled the beans on the whole ordeal, saying, "Realizing my wife has decided to leave me because she had fallen for a 17-year-old boy, that's the most embarrassing thing." Alrighty, let's move on to another older lady that Harry reportedly swooned, Caroline Flack. Now, some hardcore Directioners think this union was kind of made up because there were also random rumors about Harry's sexuality surfacing, but either way, we have it on good account that there was something going on between these two. Again, Harry was only 17 and romancing a 32-year-old, but she was not trying to hear the hate, as she was quoted saying, "He's really nice and we have a lot of fun together, so what is wrong with that?" You know what they say. Now, Harry's next short-lived fling, Emma O'Steely, brought Harry's age average down just a little bit, as the American model was 18 when they were caught smooching. However, she was just a quick stop on the road to romance because Harry kicked her to the curb and moved right along to another gorgeous blonde bombshell, in-betweener star Emily Attack. But for Harry, it's more about the journey and not about the destination, and he ended things when the 1D fellas embarked on their big Up All Night tour. The next lady on our list is Made in Chelsea star Cakey Dunlop. She and Harry were seen rolling in a Range Rover together, which obviously means they were dating, right? Hello. Apparently, though, true to form, that didn't last very long because she was scared of the wrath of Directioners, but aren't we all just a little bit? Now, you may or may not know this next gal Harry romanced. She's this really kind of bubbly, up-and-coming singer, songwriter named Taylor Swift. 'Cause I knew you were trouble when you walked in. Yep, this love story is one for the record books. These two dated for a couple of months towards the end of 2012, but there were also some reports swirling that her popular song, I Knew You Were Trouble, was actually about Harry, since they reportedly had a brief fling earlier that year. Now, either way, this talented pair shared several romantic dates and were seen all over New York City together, and were even spotted sharing a very special New Year's Eve midnight kiss smack dab in the middle of Times Square. Oh, it's a love story that could have almost been, but just like every good New Year's resolution, Haylor split 2 days after their New Year's Eve smooch. So very sad. Now, as we have seen, Harry's not really one to sit at home and twiddle his thumbs. So after Taylor, Mr. Styles moved right along to model Millie Brady. Now, these two reportedly hooked up at a Brit Awards after party, but he promptly stood her up the next time they planned a date together, which is kind of rude.
Tonight, let's get some and live while we're young.
Now, the next gal on our list didn't actually date Harry because she couldn't, because Directioners nearly lost their minds because Shanice Nesbitt was plucked from the crowd at a 1D concert. Harry had a bodyguard retrieve Shanice's number later, and fans caught wind of this and, well,
shut it down.
Next up, we have British model Cara Delevingne. Now, romance rumors have surrounded these two for quite some time, but they really started to pick up steam back in September of 2013 during London's Fashion Week. And well, we don't think you have to worry about these two getting back together because Harry is definitely not her type anymore since she's recently been tied to Fast and Furious star Michelle Rodriguez. Yeah, that happened. Oh, and did we also mention that Cara is now BFFs with Harry's other ex, Taylor Swift? Yup, that also happened. This is yet another relationship on Harry's list that was never 100% confirmed, but all the signs were pointing to yes. The saga that was Harry Styles and Kendall Jenner kicked off with a dinner date in West Hollywood back in November of 2013, and the rumors only intensified from there. They were seen all over LA together. In addition to taking over New York City, they stayed at the same hotel, you guys. And they also went on a very romantic ski vacation together, but things eventually just fizzled out between these two. And man, it's too bad they didn't work out because Harry would have just fit in perfectly with the other men in the Kardashian entourage.
Like, I don't need to be walking around like I'm some peasant. I need to be walking around like royalty.
Just kidding. After Harry and Kendall called it quits, he moved right along to British model Daisy Lowe. These two reportedly met through some mutual friends and were secretly dating, but beyond that, we haven't really heard anything new on that front, so either they're really good at hiding their relationship or that was all just a rumor, and we're gonna go with the latter on this one. And last, but certainly not least, on our countdown is model Paige Riflery. These two were seen in a very, how should we say this, compromising position on Instagram, which basically led everyone to believe that they were an item. However, Paige still maintains that those photos were posted in some kind of blackmail plot against her, but saying that it's blackmail doesn't necessarily mean it didn't happen, my friends.
Yeah, let me kiss you.
And there you have it, a full breakdown of Harry's many romances. We can only imagine what is in store for the heartthrob for the next couple of months or years, but no matter what, you know we'll keep you updated. So now it's question and answer time. Which of Harry's romances, if any, were your favorites? Tell us in the comments below, and then go ahead and click right over here to get the dating timeline of Harry's ex Taylor Swift, and trust us, it's just as colorful as Harry's is. Also, hit that subscribe button so that you can always get the latest One Direction news when it happens. I'm your host, Erin Robinson, and thank you for watching.